And we're back with Endo Fanera, Cyber Hitman. That's right, we are going into cyberpunk. We're talking like H17M4N, that sort of Hitman. And I believe you had a theme song for us.
Yeah. So last time I did the Suburban Hitman theme song.
That was we actually had Murder Mystery Hitman even between that, which also had the same theme song.
Yeah. So I think kind of going the same direction with that. Here I'll do this.
I'm actually not even entirely sure your microphone picked up on that entire thing.
Oh, the microphone will hit it, but you'll hear it later in full fidelity. But
okay, well, good, because I mean it's just like I the only way that I listen to show tunes is in the highest fidelity possible. I'm talking like lossless OGG Vorbis file, complete with every track mixed to perfection.
I will. Yeah, of course. You've got to mix every track. I go in and I mix every track myself so that it's the perfect volume. It has the perfect velocity density. It has the perfect, fidelity. And I can apply my own compressors. I've got a custom setup with the.
You push down really hard on your computer
converter, and then at the end, I've just got this these cans. They're like $400. Frankly, anything under $300 is.
You've got copies of the album Future Days.
Yes, and they're all lossless, of course, but they're actually double lossless. They're the lossless plus the lost data that is in lossy media, so it's like times and a half.
Wow, that's really impressive. Like you're combining every part of the best possible version to create this MP3.
Yeah, and it's honestly, once you hear it, it's like it's so beautiful. I mean, people have wept when they've heard how these episodes have sounded.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've actually had that's the most common comment that I've gotten, the comment, if you will, that I've gotten on each one of these episodes is that they not only deafened themselves listening to it to make sure that they could never hear anything else again, knowing that nothing would possibly compare to such beauty, but also that it did break every bit of glass in their entire house. And the surrounding, I don't know, like the 20 meters or so.
It was basically a bomb in the form of music.
I mean, one could actually argue that is like some sort of a near-on supernatural type of weaponry that would certainly not be dissimilar to the type of things that like an Imogen Royce or a Houché would be creating right now.
It was supernatural, but at the end of the day, it was also very smooth, featuring Rob Thomas.
I mean, as soon as you said supernatural, I'm just like, he is going to do a reference to
By the way,
old Rob Matchstick Man, Tomas.
Yes.
And his collaboration with noted guitarist Carlos Santana.
Yeah. One of the most impressive parts about Rob Matchstick 20 Thomas is
the
that
Matchstick Man
is able to get all bent out of shape, but then he gets right back into shape, like a broken matchstick that's repaired with glue.
Which I'm going to be honest, a matchstick, very disposable type of like technology. I mean, don't get me wrong. As far as creating fire, I think that yes, we do have things like lighters, of course, which are probably more superior to that. But compared to rubbing a stick really fast in a circle, superior.
Yeah, that's pretty great for that, actually. Yeah, it's how you start fires.
That is how I start fires. Actually, okay. Usually, what I do is I just look at a log for a really long time, like really hard. When I'm saying like really hard, I mean like I am clenching up every single muscle in my body, even those ones.
Okay.
And like it usually tends to at least start smoking.
Okay, well, I just want to point out for the third time, I have not been able to get through the descriptions because we were doing bits. So,
what bits have we been doing? I thought we were just having like a normal conversation.
Oh, I guess we were. But
well, anyway, welcome to China. It's like the whole very cyberpunk sort of comparison that I've been making, I would say is very apt. Even in the preview image, you saw all the neon signs and everything like that. And this is another one of those missions that is very like hey, we got one part over to the left, other part over to the right, and they're very different in sort of like setup, but it kind of creates two unique levels that are almost more or less separate to each other. Also, those cans are floating. Good job, IOI.
Wow, that's a grievous oversight. No,
It's a general grievous oversight. I did because there's 4 of them. 5 if you.
So our Hush and Imogen Royce, this is like a transhumanist thing where they're trying to achieve like the singularity by making themselves cybernetically powerful into the perfect.
Not only that, but also that they do. Like, the big thing is that they are handling the ICA, like secret files and everything like that, but they also know that assassination, old hat. Ever since Senator DNA-specific virus outlawed the entire assassination and everything like that, assassins are not going to be around forever. They are going into things more sinister, if you will. Mind control. Prediction of what people will do even before they do it.
The AI, the Minority Report.
The singularity, etc. and so on. Gattaca or whatever.
Gattaca.
Yeah, Gattaca. Like the thing with Ethan Hawke and whatever. It's this whole thing where they're doing a bunch of like, one could possibly consider it unethical experimentation. I would be one. Absolutely.
Well,
as we'll see.
So I didn't realize I was dealing with a Neo-Luddite here.
Oh, whatever, man. Look, I'll go and fight I would be part of the corpos. Not gonna lie. I would be 100% corpo in a cyberpunk sort of situation.
Bro, are you telling me you wouldn't even get a Neuralink implant even if...
Oh, I would for my corpo work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess.
And let me tell you, it's just like I would be living the high life, baby.
I just need them to get it working on one monkey, and then I'm all in on human experimentation for the Neuralink.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm basically like 3 monkeys in trench coat.
Yeah, I mean the number of podcasts you listen to in a day
is about the equivalent that 3 normal monkeys listen to. Yes.
Yeah, you kind of like you're doing the infinite monkeys theorem.
Except listening. If infinite monkeys listen to infinite podcasts, then they would create cereal.
They would create.
That's the most famous podcast that I can think of. I don't even know what the most popular podcasts are these days.
Yeah, that's good. Whatever. It just had to be a sharp, like short name.
I mean, you know what that is? That was the I feel like that really.
There's a true crime one. It was a true crime one.
True crime podcasts.
Yes. When the first season of that came out, I put all the episodes, into Audacity and played them simultaneously, and I put it onto SoundCloud, and it was called Serial in Parallel. I actually did this. Like,
I mean, you are like 3 monkeys, but can you listen to that many episodes at once?
I can listen to 12 monkeys at the same time.
Oh wow! Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, I have actually seen that movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen it 3 times at once?
No, but I saw La Jetée at the same time as 12 Monkeys, and
I guess you wouldn't actually need like 11 other people to make that work, right? By the way, yeah, when I was talking about like unethical human experimentation, I was not kidding.
Oh, you'll never make 12 monkeys out of La Jetée.
You'll from chimpanzee to chimpanzee, you'll never make 12 monkeys out of me. Maybe like 3.
Out of La Jetée, yeah.
You can make like 3 monkeys.
Oh my gosh, I was wrong. They actually did that adaptation all along. Yes, they definitely made 12 monkeys out of La Jetée. Okay, enough.
Congratulations, you made the reference.
It's dead. It's killed. Yeah, I made it in the same way one does a
or 12
vivisex
monkeys,
a fox, or a vivisex a frog. You kill it like the joke, and then it's dead.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna cut you off right here, Mark Twain.
That was the famous wit of our greatest living writer, Samuel Langhorne Clemens.
Yes, George Sandberg, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to be part of any club that would have me as a member.
Dracula creeps in on little bat's feet.
Exactly. I mean, speaking of Dracula, okay, so what we're doing... You know, I said that like I had a segue. I don't. But so, you know what? Hey, when has that never stopped anybody before? So speaking of Dracula, I'm going to put this fuse cell in here. Let me tell you, it took a while to actually figure out where that fuse cell was. For whatever reason, it's like that... That's actually been something of a theme in a lot of the episodes in Hitman 3 here, where the fuse cells, you know, like activating some sort of machine is a thing. But for whatever reason, this one, I remember I spent like an hour just looking around the entire level to try to find that thing in the first place. Anyway, it turns on Hush's cool ASMR machine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I would... I don't.
Yeah, you know, I have to say, one of the biggest benefits of the cybernetic revolution...
Do you not like the concept of the ASMR super machine?
I like the idea of Darth Vader in his egg seems like an ideal use case for cybernetic technology. Just heal me up, give me some oxygen. I basically do that already with a CPAP machine. Just heal me up, hyperbaric oxygen chamber. Yeah. And, you know, dope my blood with new blood, make me younger again every night. When I go to sleep, it'll be like a Dracula coffin kind of thing. Yeah,
well, Dracula
like
becomes younger by drinking the blood of other people. It's like he was... I remember Jonathan Harkness described him as like a tick, where it's like when he was... without blood, he looks like, you know, an old man. An old man! But like with blood, he becomes like vital... He gains vitality, his hair turns black, and like, you know, he looks a lot younger.
Old man, drinking my blood, you'll get younger.
No, I want to hear where this is going. Oh, by the way, there's also a Tonto here for anybody. I don't know, but just... I feel bad about killing this guy in his ASMR super machine. I actually genuinely really like this concept, but at the same time, it's like, God, I am the Hitman. I need to do this.
I am the Hitman. I can do anything.
Cuckoo Kachoo, yes.
I was going for, the Doors, but that works too.
Well, we can go through multiple. I feel bad. This is still like the 70s, you know, like... I know. He's a bad person. Very, very, you know, like, unethical. I don't want to kill a man while he's listening to his yandere calls him a good boy ASMR videos like I would.
Is that what it is?
No. Yes. No. I mean, no.
What is Hush?
Thought I heard him calling my name now. He is like a super hacker that like covers the tracks of mobs, of organ harvesters, of like the human traffickers.
Okay, so this is a real like full-on cybernetic operation.
It's a hitman. It's a hitman mission.
Yes.
Like we've talked only so much. It's of course it's just like he's also doing these ridiculously unethical experiments where they're being put in like human super pods and you know he's trying to mind control them by feeding them drugs and conditioning and stuff like that. So he's not a good person, but he does not deserve to be killed. Well, while you know listening to his sexy werewolf girlfriend licks his ears for an hour.
Oh, yeah. Or just, for me, ASMR is classical music.
Don't say ASMR every time. You cannot not say that.
Sex to your...
I hate you so much. I can't even express the amount.
Why? I thought it was called ASMR.
If I could reach the screen and start to strangle you.
Did we already do that bit?
By the way, for whatever reason, when I reloaded this level after saving there, the dude just took out second umbrella and the start of the like mission played again. I don't know.
Homer is no longer choking Bart.
I am good. Like I know where you live. I'll come over there. You're gonna get like someone knocking at your door, knocking on heaven's door at like 2 a.m. and it's gonna be me, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you remember when we took 5 hours to record that Hitman episode?
3 tries charm is good too.
Third eye blinds the semi-charmed life."
Are we still doing the Three's Company's theme, or are you doing...
What do you mean? Yeah, okay. Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Okay. Something. Three's Company 2.
2's a crowd, 3's company 2.
Is that what it is?
No, I don't know.
I've never right.
I mean, the whole point of the thing would be that 3's company... Like, 4 is a crowd? I guess, like... Is there a 4th wheel?
I've never actually watched. So yeah, obviously she does in fact just say there's a couple different ways that I've actually figured out what exactly the code to get into the ICA super base is, but you know it's really easy to do. Walk in after them.
Please follow the gray
Oh,
line
The whole like inability for people to have any peripheral vision or notice sounds in a 360 degree. Why? It's the ICA data center.
According to every corporate,
This is supposed to be like a secret. This is supposed to be like a secret organization that is unknown to anybody except for the highest people in government or the private sector or whatever. And it's just like, oh, let's just put our symbol and the name up on the, to welcome everybody.
I mean, yeah, no, that makes sense.
I mean, yes, it is secret. It's not that secret, clearly.
I mean, no, in any corporate environment I've done, it's called badge surfing, where you just kind of walk behind somebody who's already badged in. And it's like, well...
There is an
if your
actual
security-
name for that? I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, and if somebody isn't really paying attention, or they don't really care, probably more likely, it's just like, oh, well, yeah, they just didn't have their badge or whatever, they needed a temporary one.
You say that. I have had some pretty... I'm going to be honest. I am, in fact, a good boy, and I do not let people in. And it's resulted in some embarrassing conversations in the past.
To be fair, you shouldn't let them
I
in.
know.
I mean, unless...
Hey, slowly rotating fans, baby. Hell yeah. That's how you know we're in some sort of industrial environment. I know, but it's like... you're also not supposed to jaywalk or whatever, but would you ever actually call somebody out for that?
I mean, I might say... do you have your own patch? I don't want to get in trouble. Is probably what I would say.
And people understand that because, like, hey, I don't live in like a sitcom or something. But it's
Like,
I
if
still
they
feel
forgot-
so bad every time I do that.
If they lost their badge,
I know.
they-
People are looking at me right now and they're being like, "Really, dude? You're that guy?" And it's like, yeah. What do you want from me?
Well, the thing is, I'm not saying this from like, oh, I love to follow the rules. I do love to follow the rules, but only in like a sick kind of, only when it's like a masochistic thing. But I do like to follow the rules.
like a Pokemon or something.
It's more like it's not actually industrial sabotage. It's just helping some random person who's trying to exploit your own security clearance. Like they're badge surfing on you. They're not badge surfing against the company. And if they want to choose any other person who doesn't care as much, then fine. But if they're doing it to me, then I take that relatively
Like, you want to help a dude out, right?
I understand, like, riots are the language of the unheard. I just don't want my own stuff to be stolen. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So you think they're going to respect you enough that they won't, like, find your desk and steal your Cliff Bar or whatever?
Yeah, all my valuables.
All your Cliff Bars or your, like, packs of ramen in case you forgot to pack lunch.
Yeah, if they want to steal that from me, well, then honestly, I might be like, well, honestly, if you need, it's like, that's again, like you feed your starving family. Yeah, of course, you can steal a jar of ramen.
Yeah, I mean, Inspector Javert is probably going to not be happy with that, but who cares about that guy?
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever come up again.
Never, ever.
We got away with it, frankly. We got away with this.
Okay, well, anyway, I'm in the Jeffries tubes here because this is, needless to say, this is the most secure area when you don't have, like, a disguise. Something you might have noticed at this point in time, oh yeah, also for whatever reason, I guess people are drinking whiskey out of the bottle, whiskey in the bottle, etc., and also a blueberry muffin down in the tubes here. Since I'm waiting for Imogen to actually get down to this area, I'm just kind of like, yeah, hey, look, that's a fun thing. But yeah, it's like, you might have noticed at this point, I'm doing another Silent Assassin suit only. I don't have any reason for that. I just thought, well, I mean, I made it this far, right?
Yeah. So right now what you're doing is you're just kind of waiting. You're imaging.
If you're really going to say it like that, yes, I am.
Doing Royce recon.
RoyceCon. RoyceCon. Back me up here.
Roy's our boy.
Roy is indeed our boy. Roy's the worst character. Like, okay, I don't know if you ever played Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. Roy is like the worst lord. And the only reason that he made like a return in Smash Ultimate is that they already had all of like the AI programming worked out for him.
Oh, okay, like the macros and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just like nobody likes that guy. He is like one of the worst dudes. But you know what? By the way, yoink. Yeah, I know, but look, at least it wasn't a story mission, which means that people like it more. I'm never gonna let that go. I am never going to let that go.
What, the story mission?
The person who sent me this who told me the story missions were boring.
Oh.
It's that one guy lives rent-free in my head every single time I do one of these episodes.
Yeah. So if
it's fully furnished. I hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah. If you want something to be in Doc's head forever, you just have to comment on one YouTube video one time, and
just find one of the more obscure ones. Go find like a Persona video. I think I said at one point in time that if you comment on a Persona video, I'll make you a mod on Twitch. It's not
but you
hard.
have to watch it. You have to.
No, don't go watch the one with 700,000 views. Go watch the one with 200 views and make a comment on there and be like, "Hey, make me a mod on Twitch," and I'll do it. Because I know you're the real deal, man.
Now, unfortunately, the problem is they would have to get into like minute 30 of this, or 25 of this Hitman 15. Yeah, if you're watching Hitman 15, you can get mod on Twitch. If you don't already have it, but you're watching Hitman 3 episode 15.
Like my bro, this is a prime opportunity. It is free real estate. Come on.
It's literally free real estate.
I mean, it's not like literally free real estate. I think you're going to say that. That wouldn't make any sense at all.
No, it's I was just referencing it to it. Hey, but we're done.
It's a good bit. Okay, so yeah, here we get the entire rundown of all the characters. It's all like, I think there's some that appear in previous games, which you have called me out on that in the past. Like Victor Novikov, we did see, but like some of them I remember. It's like they definitely didn't appear in this game. We saw like Janus. We saw like Ezra Berg. You remember?
Yeah. Is Bradley Payne a reference to Max Payne? I feel like just that name is.
Honestly, this would be about the point in time. So yeah, probably.
Okay.
It is roughly. I mean, back in the 2000. You gotta remember that it's just like I think original Hitman came out in like 2001 or something. Also, hey, first cutscene from Hitman 1. Good times. Remember when they talked about like? Remember when I was talking about how like they were some sort of Nyan cult-like organization that worshipped Callisto? What happened to that?
It seems like they're more just like a political organization in this one.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, well, not now. They're a non-existent organization, given that I am hacking their files and uploading it to internet.
Oh, so you've just burned all their agents.
Well, first off, I'm getting rid of my information because I don't want to upload my info.
Yeah. So in other words, yeah.
Man, remember that whole thing where I was like shooting the ICA agents? Well, as it turns out, they would have been out of a job anyway. Now they're out of a mortal coil.
Oh, so they're all gonna get burned, and they're probably most of them are gonna die. It'll be like.
Are we really making like references to Burn Notice here?
I mean, there's burn is actually a term in the intelligence community for getting.
Yeah, but Burn Notice is also a televisual show that I'm pretty sure you're referencing right now.
No, I was actually thinking of something separate.
I've seen like 10 seasons of that show. It's not bad. It's like not great. By the way, at this point in time, I would like to say to, Olivia, who's more or less acting as my handler here, it's like, please don't light the building on fire.
Oh. No.
I'm a professional. I really don't need. I don't need any help here. I'll be fine. Don't light the. Oh, you lit the building on fire. Zoom in on Hitman's completely stoic face.
That does happen in Portal though, where your handler kind of lights the building on fire to help you.
Okay, is GLaDOS your handler or is GLaDOS your tormentor?
Wait, did we do this on a previous version of this?
No, certainly not.
Okay,
that's actually
anyway.
that part that was on fire right there would have actually led right to an escape hatch, which is sort of what I was banking on there.
Again, that's what happens in Portal, and it's how we get to Portal 2.
The ridiculous sort of nature of the start of Portal 2, I do not believe that.
I think that is how Chella got Portal 2, but yeah, we probably already did that.
We definitely did
that.
That. Okay, you can't keep referencing things that don't exist. Well, anyway, okay. So the reality is, like I made an entire save file. This is a very cinematic thing. There's no actual there's no choice in routes that you take. There's banana, which unfortunately I did not find when I was actually doing the mission.
It's like the Andros escape in Star Fox 64. You kind of just...
Okay, it's a little less on rails than that, but yes. Literally an on-rails shooter game.
Well, in fairness, I think that one has two different endings. Oh, yeah, right, because, yeah, you can follow James McCloud in one of the endings, so that's a little bit less on rails. I don't know.
Also, I got confused here because I didn't... Like, why are there so many... I guess everybody left and there's nobody here to guard stuff, so you just kind of run. It's a cinematic thing, so whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole transhumanism. I mean, I guess aside from the people being put in wacky cyber pods, didn't really come up too much, but it's more of a thematic thing.
Wasn't terrible. It was just like we had to establish, okay, here's how it ends.
The ICA. I get what they're trying to do. They want to make a big exciting escape. I don't think it was necessary.
It didn't seem that exciting, no offense.
I mean, well, to be fair, when I was first playing this, it's just I was very... I made an entire save file and everything specifically for that. I give myself a save file after we kill each one of the characters. And I'm just oh man, this one's going to be rough. And it's not. But I think that's just because, I've played a million video games, so I know when something is more of a cinematic thing than an actual gameplay thing. Yeah,
you just have a sixth sense for that. A cinema sense.
I mean, it's yeah, But hey, Silent Assassin suit only. Third time I've actually pulled this one out in the series. I have to not get obsessed with doing that for every mission now. I'm not gonna lie, for the next one I've already been actually 17 Silent Assassin right there. Nice.
Nice.
But I've already been getting way too into not taking any outfits. I have to get myself off of that because I think it limits yourself too much.
Need to wear the clown outfit again.
No, don't say that because I'll do it.
Okay, well, 111. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it can't, that's the power of doing everything Silent Assassin. I'm not even doing every one of the story missions or whatever that would be giving me all the sick experience, baby. It's just all Silent Assassin.
Well, I guess the third time was the charm then.
Yeah, the third time, charm, eye blind, semi-charmed, life blind, eye.
Have we established this in this recording, or is this
we talked about that earlier? That was at the beginning of the episode. Oh, whatever. Look, it's already done.
We turn now to the data leak bombshell causing shockwaves across the world. The so-called ICA files. The disclosure of...
You win. So, what happens now?
The ball's in your court, Miss Burnwood. I do have other candidates, you know. Most of whom have never tied me to a chair.
You've seen the news. That was 47 acting on his own. He is untethered, he is unstoppable, and he cannot be bargained with. He will find you, Mr. Edwards, and I'm the only chance you've got.
I'm listening.
47 has one weakness. Me.